Wonderful. Moving on from social media, I want to talk about a project that I'm doing that's around podcasting. So, we know that research literacy is absolutely essential to students' academic and professional careers, but we also unfortunately see that undergraduates find research subjects uninteresting, irrelevant, and provoking. So, our students consider research subjects quite as separate and distinct from the rest of the psychology subjects. Unfortunately, also, we've seen in our research that they do not always see the relevance of research subjects to their future careers. And of course, these negative attitudes then are going to impact engagement and subsequently discipline performance and attrition. So, Eccles and Wigfield argue that achievement related choices, behaviors, and values, and then their performance stem from expectations and values. So, when students perceive higher utility value, they become more interested in those subjects and then perform better, and so on. So, with this idea of a utility value intervention, we can help students link the content that they're learning to their own lives. And so my colleagues and I have found in an experiment that if we try to push up and highlight the relevance of research to particularly clinical careers, we can increase their interest in research subjects. And so, taking that into account, my project aims to increase students' interest and engagement in particularly research subjects by trying to bridge subject content into real world success. So, what I'm doing is using alumni, I'm calling them alumni spotlights, to try to showcase how psychological literacy and specifically sneakily research knowledge is fundamental to a diverse range of psychology careers. What I've done is collaborate with 30 alumni who have a range of careers to develop the spotlight content. And then I have wrapped research around this. So the associated research uses a mixed methods case study. It involves a pre-post term survey as well as individual interviews. So the research questions are really focused on seeing what impact these alumni spotlights might have on students' perceived interest and relevance of research subjects, as well as their career intentions and their understanding of the importance of being psychologically literate. There's two bits to the alumni spotlights. There's a written biography, and there are three examples on the slide here of what they look like. I've developed this template so it outlines the alum's career trajectory, what subjects or topics from their undergraduate degree that they loved or found really applicable to their job, and includes a little bit of advice for students. These written bios also have direct web links to the other component of the Alumni Spotlight, which is a podcast episode. So each podcast episode, I interview one of these alums as the guest. We have published these episodes on Spotify, and they sit within a broader series that we have called Professionally Psyched. Our data is ongoing, and so stay tuned for more. But presently, we do see that people are maybe prompted to take action from engaging in these spotlights. It looks like these might be able to help students' confidence in the discipline and help them learn about careers, which is really fundamental to the project. As I said, data is ongoing. Anecdotally, I do think I have at least one win because one student has expressed how she has learned about the importance of research to her career through engaging with the podcast episodes, specifically those with the alumni. And what's more, completely provoked by me, she signed up to get involved in research herself. And so what I'm really hopeful is that this is a trend beyond this one student and that we are sort of growing people's understandings of career options as well as the importance of research. So with this project, I'm trying to capitalize on education-based podcasting, which is a flexible and accessible learning tool. It's really great because we are creating reusable, learner-centered, and asynchronous learning materials. I've embedded these into the subject, but as I said, they live on Spotify. So all of our students, prospective, current, graduating, and all of our community members, including yourselves, have access. And for those of you who are interested, the link here is on the slide, and I'll drop it in the chat as well. So I do look forward to future conferences where I'm actually going to be able to share the findings in detail. But if you are interested in listening to any of the episodes, they're on Spotify, and it's called Professionally Psyched. Thank you.